Mama kept her Bible by the kerosene flame. Daddy's boots sat muddy by the porch in the rain. Kids ran wild on a rusted old farm where the world was tough, but the hearts were warm. We ain't got silver, no riches to show, but we got stories this red dirt knows. Uncle Jack lost his leg in a steel mill fire, still plays fiddle like the devil in a church choir. Aunt May makes whiskey in a coffee pot, says don't trust folks who ain't been caught. Cousin Joe's got a record, broke parole, but he'd take a bullet just to save your soul. With scars and prayers, dust and flame, carving out pride from the family name. 'Cause where blood runs deep, love don't break. We've been like pines in a southern quake. Ain't no stranger gonna steal our fight. We hold on strong through the blackest night. Yeah, we fuss because we fall, we weep, but we stand back up where blood runs deep. Gramps raised 6 kids in a one-room shack with calloused hands and a still strong back. Mama worked double down at Denny's each day, still found time to kneel and pray. Brother left school to fix the well, never did complain, just gave 'em hell. Sister ran off with a man too fast, but we saved her seat when the storm passed. We're truth and trouble, grit and grace, built this house with a crooked faith. 'Cause where blood runs deep, love don't break. We've been like pines in a southern quake. Ain't no stranger gonna steal our fight. We hold on strong through the blackest night. Yeah, we fuss, we cuss, we fall, we weep, but we stand back up where blood runs deep. There's a photo on the mantle, torn and worn, of Mama in boots the day I was born, and next to her dad with a busted smile. Hell, I ain't seen that face in a while. Meet Betty, our dad, by the old oak tree, sing Amazing Grace off key. Past and pain like heirlooms worn, still somehow proud of being born. In a place with cracks but solid ground, where every goodbye echoes around. Yeah, oh, blood runs deep, the roots grow wild, a little rough world and a reckless child. We don't forget, we don't let go, through wind and war and bitter snow. We'll fight, we'll cry, we'll dream, while keep marching on where blood runs deep, where the fire still burns and the memories sleep. Yeah, we come alive where blood runs deep. Mama hums low with the porch light on. Daddy's voice lingers though he's been gone. One by one we all return to the home that taught our hearts to burn. And we'll be buried side by side, where blood runs deep and kin don't hide. In the bar, beneath the sawdust and dust, lay a box wrapped in leather, scarred up with rust. Inside it lay like a ghost in the light. Granddaddy's razor, steel sharp as night. He'd wake at dawn, boots on cold floor, shaved in the mirror by the screen door. Said a man cuts clean with his name and his wife, then sliced through the stubble like truth from the dough. That blade seen war, fire, and fight, passed from his dad in a cold lamp night. It never once dulled, just like his tone, when he told me, boy, one day it's your own. But a razor don't just shave a chin, it carves out who you really been. That granddaddy's razor still blooms like sin, a legacy honed on the hides of men. Not just for cheeks or morning light, it cuts through lies and wrong and right, held in the hand hand of a man who stands for honor, for work, not blood on his hands. It taught me more than a preacher's hymn, that steel don't bend for lesser men. He used it once to cut free a mule, another time broke it in a barroom duel. Saved his brother from a thief in the rain, left the blade wet with justice and pain. On Sundays he'd polish it, whisper low, clean your soul before you go, then tuck it back in the box of ash with a flask of bourbon and a worn out sash. He said, every man's got cuts to make, don't use that blade for pride or hate. That granddaddy's voice that still gleams like sin, a legacy honed on the hides of men, not just for cheeks or morning light. It cuts through lies and ragged light, held in the hand of a man who stands for honor, for work, not blood on his hands. It taught me more than a preacher's hymn, that steel don't bend for lesser men. When he passed, they handed it down, said, you're the last boy now in town. I took that blade with shaking hands, like taking an oath without a man. Now I keep it safe in my top drawer chest, wrapped in a piano from winter to rest. Don't shave much, don't drink too neat, but I live by his words and I walk with his heat. I don't start fights, but I sure don't run. Granddaddy taught me how it's done. That granddaddy's razor still gleams like pride, cuts through the years I tried to hide. Not for the weak or the quick to fall, but the kind who get up and take it all. Held in the hand of a stubborn son who fights like hell and don't need a gun. It ain't just steel, it's a line so thin between who I was and who I've been. I'll be a bond when the world goes still. I light a smoke and feel that chill. I run my thumb where the edge once kissed, and with the land that I still ain't missed. Mama never yelled, never slammed no door. She'd just look at me like she'd seen before. Didn't matter if I smiled or swore, Mama's eyes told more. I was 15, sneaking out with that flask. Said I was fishing, wore a Sunday mask. Came home late with a crooked grin. She sat there quiet in the kitchen dim. Didn't say a word, just passed me pie, but I knew she knew. I seen her sigh. She kissed my head, said sleep in peace, but her stare cut deeper than a sheriff's keys. She never needed locks or chains, or silence carved through outer shame. Mama's eyes don't lie, don't blink, then fade. They see your truth in a mess you made. They cut through smoke and sinners' charms, wrap you tight like heaven's arms. You can run, you can cheat, you can try, but you'll drown in guilt beneath Mama's eyes. I wrecked a truck on County 5, ran from the law just to stay alive. Found a motel out in Baton Rouge with a guilty soul and worn out shoes. I called her Colette, voice cracked and low. Said, I messed up, Ma, I got nowhere to go. She said, you come home, don't talk, just drive. And I felt forgiven through the telephone line. She don't preach, she don't shout, but she'll see the demons you don't talk about. Mama's eyes don't lie, don't blink, don't fade. They see your truth in the mess you made. They cut through smoke and sinners' charms, wrap you tight like heaven's arms. You can run, you can cheat, you can try, but you'll drown in guilt beneath Mama's eyes. I left home thinking I was grown, took a race, left her alone. But every bar and borrowed bed, I still saw her look inside my head. Last year she passed with the wind so still, heart gave out by the windowsill. But I swear on all the nights I cry, I still see truth in those pale blue skies. she's gone, but Lord, she ain't. Her gaze is stitched into my everything. Mama's eyes don't lie, don't blink, don't fade. They haunt the men that her love made. They saw me sin, saw me break, saw through every false smile I say. She forgave, but she never had to try, 'cause you can't hide from mama's eyes. Now I sit and she rocking chair, feel her breath still in the air. I close my eyes and softly cry, and pray my kids don't ever lie to the eyes that never say goodbye.
Oak arms and a seat worn thin, sits by the window, creaks in the wind. Used to be his throne each Sunday morn, now it just waits like it's still sworn. He'd rise before the rooster's song, coffee black that stares so long. Read the paper slow, tip his hat, say, the world turns fast, I'll sit with that. He'd cross one leg, rub both hands, trace the grooves with callous plans. Didn't speak much, but when he did, we all sat down like well-raised kids. It weren't just wood, it weren't just nails. It held his stories, his quiet tales. That Sunday chair still holds its weight, though he passed through heaven's gate. The cushion's flat, the fabric torn, but his presence stays every Sunday morn. We gather round, though he's not there, still feel him in that Sunday chair. I remember when I turned 13, he called me over, face all lean. Said, sit a spell, just breathe in deep. You'll learn more quiet than you will in speech. Mama'd bring pie after church was through. He'd nod his thanks, say God loves you. And though his Bible stayed closed tight, he lived those words and how he'd fight. He never preached, he never begged, but he taught me the light from that four-legged leg. That Sunday chair still holds his mate, though he passed through heaven's gate. The cushion slat, the fabric torn, but his presence stays every Sunday morn. We gather round, though he's not there, still feel him in that Sunday chair. After he left, no one sat down. Felt like a sin to take his crown. He'd face the fields, the redbird tree, just swaying slow like memory. Now my boy's got a curious gaze, wonders who sat through those golden days. I say that sad ain't just a wooden thread, it's the voice of your blood, not the words he said. One day, son, when I'm not near, you'll find me waiting in that chair right here. That Sunday chair still holds his grace, there every scar in every place. Though he's gone, you left it there. A seat for love, for loss, for prayer. It don't rock much, but it still dares to speak his truth in Sunday airs. So come Sunday, we light a flame, say a few words in Granddad's name, and sit in silence, soft and fair, and talk to him in that old chair. He was trouble before he could spell his name. Raised in the fire, wild in the flame. Mama said y'all are night and day, but I followed close every time he'd stray. He stole a truck at 17,
Drove it straight through Abilene. Came home high with a busted eye. Still grinned at Dad like he touched the sky. I patched him up, we shared that bed, while Mama prayed and Daddy bled. He never said thanks, never asked why, but I take the fall, I won't lie. You don't pick your kin or where they run, but I'd fight for him with a smoking gun. 'Cause I'm my brother's keeper, even when he breaks, even when he drinks, even when he takes. I bail him out and bury blame, even when he burns my name. Through the bar fights, the jailhouse nights, I held the line through wrong and right. It ain't always fair and it cuts me deeper, but I swore I'd be my brother's keeper. He once ran off with my girl from school, left me looking like a lovesick fool. Came back home with empty hands, said she's poison, bro, you understand. We fought out back, bloodied our pride, but Mama cried, so I let it slide. 'Cause hate don't hold in a house that's small, and brothers don't let each other fall. He don't say sorry, I don't ask, but we both carry that old flask. 'Cause I'm my brother's keeper, even when he breaks, even when he drinks, even when he hates. I bail him out and bury blame, even when he burns my name. Through the bar fight, the jailhouse nights, I held the line through wrong and right. It ain't always fair and it cuts me deeper, but I swore I'd be my race cheaper. Last month he called from a desert town, said I'm cool now, but I'm feeling down. I wire him cash, no questions asked. That's what you do when your bond holds fast. And when I fall, Lord, if I do, you'll be the one who pulls me through. We're both scarred, we're both mean, but we built this love through gasoline. Ain't no priest or preacher sweeter than the fist that built my brother's keeper. 'Cause I'm a brother's keeper, through every sin, every busted jaw, every loss and win. I drive through hell just to pull him out, even then I scream, even when I doubt. We've buried pain, we've drunk it dry, but we still look each other in the eye. Yeah, blood may stain, no slaughter runs deeper, so I'll always be my brother's brother. One day we'll sit on the porch out back, gray as ghosts, both off track. We won't say much, but we'll both know we walk through fire and never let go. One day we'll sit on the porch out there, gray as ghosts, both off track. There's a photo on the mantle turned face down, a name that echoes but don't hang round. There's a door that's always locked out back, and the Bible missing pages torn and black. Granny said she had a twin, but we ain't seen her since '69. A fight broke loose, then silence fell, and the story stopped like a broken bell. Daddy limps but won't say why, he just stares long at a blood-red sky. Uncle Ray drinks till he forgets, but he cries in sleep with deep regrets. You grow up fast in a house like that, where the past walks slow and talks real flat. We don't talk about that, don't stir the dust, don't poke old ghosts or break the trust. Some things hurt too deep to name, so we laugh and lie and hide the blood. We pass the plate, we bow our head, but we all remember what we never said. Yes, stitched in scars beneath our hats, the pain we own, we don't talk about that. There's a shotgun hung above the stove, Mama calls it just for crows. But once a year, she wipes it clean, on Daddy's birthday, quiet and mean. Brother left and ain't come back. His letters stopped, the world turned black. We say he's working somewhere south, but truth got caught in someone's mouth. But we know the truth, but we just don't breathe, 'cause talking won't bring no relief. We're gonna talk about that, but stir the dust. Don't probe, go ghost, so brace the trust. Some things hurt too deep to name, so we laugh and lie and hide the blame. We pass the plate, we bow our head, but we all remember blood moon never said. Yeah, stitched in scars beneath our haunts, the pain we own, we don't talk about that. At Grandpa's grave last 4th of July, the whiskey spilled and Mama cried. Uncle Ray said it should have been me, then walked into the woods silently. Secrets grow like weeds in drought, they twist your soul from the inside out. But love don't break, it just bends and bleeds, hides in shadows where no one pleads. Though we never said goodbye, we hold it in like old men cry. We don't talk about that, don't stir the dust, don't light that match, don't pop that trust. We just play strong, play dumb, play safe, and bury truth in unmarked place. We pass the corn, we hold our breath and toast the names we've scared to death. What hurts the most don't leave no tracks, it just stays quiet, we don't talk about that. Someday maybe I'll let it slip, with my last beer then our final sip. But till that day I'll tip my hat and walk on silent. Damn, talk about that. Someday maybe I'll let it slip, with my last beer and my final sip. But till that day I'll tip my hat and walk on silent. We don't talk about that. Tears on gravel, heart full of stone. 10 years gone and still alone. But in the distance, through the dark and wrong, that porch light still shines strong. I left at 19, hell in my veins, running from love, chasing freight trains. Took her prayers, threw them in dust, said I ain't coming back, don't wait for us. But time turns boys into broke down men, and the road don't offer nothing in the end. So I came back boozed, broke and drawn, and found she'd left that porch light on. She could've locked the door, thrown out my name, but grace don't come with guilt or shame. She left the porch light on through every storm, through every lie, through nights I was gone. She kept that flame, she held that hope, like a mother's heart tied to a frail rope. I gave her nothing, but she gave me dawn. Never stopped, left the porch light on. The screen door squeaked like it used to do. She sat in her chair just like I knew. Didn't speak, just looked my way and smiled like it was yesterday. She said, you look thin and you smell like pain, but the kettle's hot and the world's the same. I dropped my pride like a center stone and stepped inside where the light had shone. She didn't ask where I had been, just wrapped her arms like you never did. And she left the porch light on through every storm, through every light, through nights I was gone. She kept that place, she held that hope, like a mother's heart tied to a fraying rope. I gave her nothing, but you gave me dawn. She never stopped, left the porch light on. And that ain't light, it ain't just a bulb of wire, it's love that waits. It's holy fire, it don't flicker, don't fade, don't fall. It shines when you lost it all. Now I leave it burning for my own boy too, gone off chasing something new. I sit by the window and hum old songs, and I leave that porch light on. 'Cause what she did, I carry on. A second chance never lasts too long. She left the porch light on through every storm, through every loss, through nights I was torn. She kept that flame when I lost my soul, let it shine through the years I stole. Now it's my turn, her grace lives on, so I always keep the porch light on. tires on gravel, I hear that sound. Maybe this time he's turning around. And like my mama did when I was gone, I'll be waiting for Schleier. I lit a match with dirty hands, looked in the mirror, barely a man. Had his old friend on my back, but lost the road, fell through the cracks. I've been drinking more than sleeping, talking loud and barely meaning. Got a name in town for losing jobs and chasing shadows in the fog. But every time I hear my name, it echoes with my daddy's shame. He didn't fight and work till bone, just to raise a ghost who roams alone. And I hear him in my stubborn bones saying, boy, don't make your mama moan. That ain't how daddy raised me, to spit on work and run from heat. He taught me pride in broken shoes, to stand for right, to pay my dues. He said, if you bleed, make it worth the sight, and if you lie, son, make it right. But here I am, ashamed and torn. That ain't how daddy raised me. He'd wait before the rooster crowed, boots in prayer before he'd go. Never said much, but his calloused hands spoke louder than most preachers can. He built his house with timber sweat, every beam of commas kept. Now I walk through these empty halls, looking for the man I let fall. I still hear him clear as day saying, son, there's better ways. That ain't how daddy raised me, to dodge the pain and chase the easy. He taught me grit and busted palms, to space my fire and not stay calm. He said, if you break, build it again. Don't let your fear become your friend. But here I am, drunk and worn. That ain't how daddy raised me. I found his hammer in the shed, rusted steel, but not quite dead. Felt his spirit in my chest, saying, son, it's time to do your best. So I cleaned my boots and shut the bar, drove his truck that barely starts. Apologized to Ma that night and slept like I had earned the right. Ain't perfect, but I'm trying hard to walk his path scar by scar. Now I'm living how he raised me, earning peace in hands that ache me. Stacking wood, fixing fence lines, looking folks square in the eye. He said, if you fall, get back on your seat, and it's your bed, don't lose your teeth. I ain't the man he used to be, but now I know what he raised in me. So if he's watching from beyond the pines, I hope he sees I'm towing the line. I ain't running, I'm standing free, but that's how my daddy raised me. I hope he sees I'm towing the line. I ain't running, I'm starting free. That's how my daddy raised me.
You don't choose the house you're born in, but you can choose who rides or dies. I found my brothers in broken boots, not suits and Sunday ties. Met a drifter down in Tulsa, shared a smoke, split a beer. Told me his mama left him young and his daddy disappeared. We fixed cars and split the rent. Ain't no blood but heaven sent. You watch my back like a brother would.
That's the day I understood family ain't the name you carry, or the roots in your old backyard. It's the hands that lift you higher when the road gets rough and hard. 'Cause kin ain't always blood, sometimes it's fire forged in mud. It's the ones who stand when others run, call you brother when you got none. Ain't born a name, but born of love. That's the kind I'm speaking of. Kin ain't always blood. Bar fights, flat tires, county jail. We walked through every kind of hell, but we never walked alone. He was family, heart and bones. Some wear rings and share a name, but leave you cold in pouring rain. Some just show up without a cause, no questions asked, no need to pause. Yeah, kin ain't always blood. It's loyalty, grit and doing good. It's a neighbor with a midnight meal, a stranger who knows how you feel. Ain't born a name, but born of love, and that's the kind I'm proud of. Kin ain't always blood, so raise a glass to the family made, to the ones who came and chose to stay. They might not match my DNA, but they're my kin, come what may. Raise a glass to the family made, to the ones who came and chose to stay. They might not match my DNA, but they're my kin, come what may. This name's been dragged through mud, whiskey dust, and outlaw blood. But I got boots and work-worn hands, gonna rise where my daddy ran. They said my granddad stole a horse, Mama cried in his court, of course. Cousin Joe ran shine down south, got locked up and ran his mouth. But I ain't made of all their shame, I'm here to reclaim the name. I've got scars, but not their crime. I'm here to mark a different time. Blood don't seal your fake, you see. You gotta fight for legacy. I'm gonna raise this family name, build it strong, no fear, no shame. Hammer, sweat, and midnight prayers, planting roots where no one cares. I'll wear it proud, I'll wear it clean. No more whispers, no in between. I'll be the one who stays to rewrite the family name. Barbed wire past and broken vows, but I'm the storm that won't back down. With every nail I drive today, I build a future my kids will say. He didn't run, he didn't lie, he stood tall and made it right. So let the stories fade and flame while I restore this family name. I'm gonna raise this family name, not for glory, not for fame, just for truth and simple grace. So my child can lift their face. I'll wear it proud, I'll wear it clean, and leave behind the legacy seen. In sweat, in faith, in flame, I carry the family name. So when they speak of who we are, let them see the healed old scars. This name will never be the same, 'cause I live to change our family name.
at 10 key, but I was driving wild and free. Skipped the ring, said I'll call back. Now I can't change that fact. She'd always check in late at night, ask if I was safe, alright. Left voicemails full of lullabies, now silence fills the skies. I swore I had more time to spend, another day, another end. But angels don't wait long to fly. She left before goodbye. Mama's last call, I missed it. Thought forever was infinite. Now I trade this life I'm living for one more minute of her giving. Mama's last words left unheard, just a ring and a voice different. I held pride, but lost it all when I missed Mama's last call. Her chair still rocks, her quilt still warm, but her hands won't mend the storm. A message saved, I can replay. She took her love and flew away. Tell your folks you love them deep. Don't lose them while you chase and sleep. Answer every time they call. Don't repeat my fall. Mama's last call, I missed it. Tears now fall where words once kissed it. I'd give the world I'd call to hear her laugh, to hear it all. Mama's last words, heaven heard. I just caught the silence stirred. Forever echoes through the hall since I missed Mama's last call. So if your phone line's late at night, let love win and make you right. Cause nothing hurts quite like the stall when you miss Mama's last call. So if your phone lights late at night, let love win and make you right. Cause nothing hurts quite like the stall. Chase the skyline, chase the goal, running fast from stories told. But every heart, no matter wrong, finds a reason to come home. Billy left at 17, joined the army, chased his dream. Said he'd never wear this town, but now he walks it with a crown. Time has a way of changing minds, even rebels cross the lines. And empty chairs, they softly say, it's never too late to find your way. We all come home, eventually, to where the roots still run deep. The porch lights on, the supper's warm, the door ain't locked in any storm. No matter how far we may roam, we all come home. Old guitars and faded frames, laughter echoes through the name. There's comfort in that small town sound, where your lost soul can be found. Even if your past is scarred, even if your dreams fell hard, you can still walk that driveway slow and feel the arms that let you grow. We all come home in our time, even with regrets we hide. The porch lights our love never dies and waits with open skies. No matter how far we may roam, we all come home. So chase your stars, write your song, but you'll hear home all along. Cause we all come home, where the heart belongs. One day you'll find my boots by the door, but I won't be walking no more. Don't cry long, don't fade to gray. Just remember what I say.
I lived hard, I stumbled through, made mistakes more than a few. But every fight, every kiss was worth the bruises and the bliss. Don't let the pain outshine the spark. Find me in the light, not the dark. In every story, in every song, know my soul still rolls along. When I'm gone, remember this: I loved you strong, I loved you fierce. Taught you wrong, taught you right. Held you close through sleepless nights. I leave behind no diamond ring, just the fire and truth I bring. So when you miss my voice, my kiss, just remember this. Tell your kids I sang with pride. Never let my past decide. Let them know I did my best to give you more, to give you rest. Plant a tree, write a song, keep the circle moving strong. And when you speak my name aloud, say it brave, say it proud. When I'm gone, remember this: life was short but full of gifts. Not in gold, not in fame, but in every honest name. I gave my love, I gave my days in crooked roads and honest ways. When you miss my laugh, laughing, just remember this: don't hang your head, just lift your glass to the